Okay, so in this video, I'm going to do a quick revision of factorising monic trinomials. So in this first question, I've got x squared plus 7x plus 10. So given that it's x squared, first step, draw two sets of brackets. It's x squared, so I need to have x and x in my brackets because x times x is x squared. Now my next step is to look at the last number, the constant, and find if my constant is 10, my factors of 10 are 1 times 10, 2 times 5, and there are no other factors of 10. The next step is, of these two pairs of factors that I've got over here on the right in green, they're two numbers that multiply together to make this 10, because this term here times that term here will create that number. But I need to find two numbers that add together to make that 7. So 1 plus 10 is 11, so that's not going to work. And 2 plus 5 is 7, so that's the factors that I need. So put 2 and 5 here. Now, if this is a positive and this is a positive, both of these are positive. So that's my answer, because if I go just to check, I can go x times x is x squared, x times 5 is 5x, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 5 is 10. So you can see that 2 times 5 creates this 10, and the 5x plus 2x creates that 7x in the middle. So we've done that correctly. So let's look at this next question, and let's see what happens. Now, this looks like exactly the same question, except here I've got a negative 7. So if this sign here is positive, the same as it was in the previous question, that means that both of my signs are the same. Then we look at this sign here, and because this is positive, both of these signs are positive, because positive 2 times positive 5 will give us positive 10. Now, in this question, this sign is negative, so that tells me that both of my signs are going to be negative. So I'm going to have x in my bracket, and it's going to be minus. My factors of 10 haven't changed, but both are going to be negative. So minus 2 times minus 5 will give me a positive 10. So my numbers here are 5 and 2. The order is not important. X minus 5, x minus 2 is the same as x minus 2 times x minus 5. So that's my answer there, because x times x is x squared, x times minus 2 is minus 2x, minus 5 times x is minus 5x, and minus 5 times minus 2 is plus 10. That's where we get the plus 10, and that's where we get the minus 7. So let's do these two quickly. Now, you'll notice here that I just start by filling those brackets in. This negative here, that tells me that my signs are going to be one positive and one negative, because you know when we multiplied two positives, we got a positive answer here. When we multiplied two negatives, we got a negative answer here. So let's look at the factors of 7. The factors of 7 are 1 and 7 and 3 and 4, 3 times 4. So one of these signs is going to be positive and one's going to be negative. So 1 minus 7 is minus 6. 7 minus 1, however, is positive 6. So this sign here, the first sign, tells me, because this is positive, it tells me the bigger number is going to be positive. That's a 7, and the smaller number is going to be negative. Okay, I'm going to do this last one. Okay, so if I have my x's, now I have a negative, so I know that my signs are going to be opposite, one positive, one negative. To get 6, I know that I've got to use 7 and 1. Now, in this case, because it's negative, the biggest number is going to be negative. So in the previous question, Because the sign was negative, the biggest